If you wanted to show a child, be it a boy or a girl, this is the kind of adult you want to grow up to be, then I think you would point at Barbara Gentry.
Barbara Gentry is one of those characters that's larger than life. When I first met Barbara Gentry, I was the executive director of the George Gervin Youth Center. And we were looking to help improve the quality of life for those most in need in San Antonio. And I talked with Barbara because everybody told me, if you want to get anything done in the nonprofit world and social services, you must talk to Barbara Gentry, who was then at USAA.
The first time I met Barbara, I was the bank president, and I was actually working in donations committee, and she had come over from corporate to help. The help that she gave us was insights, and we were scared to death to have Barbara join our committee because we weren't sure we were doing it right, and we knew that if anybody was going to tell us how to do it right, it was going to be Barbara Gentry.
As a nonprofit executive, I would say we were all scared to death of Barbara Gentry, right? You wanted to be on her good side, you didn't want to be on her bad side, and she just had this way of just such professional excellence that it made you weak, right? You just kind of wobbled in nervousness that you weren't at the level that she expected.
Barbara, first of all, knows the nonprofit community in San Antonio probably better than anyone that I know. Whenever she would call me after a few times, I knew why she was calling, and I would say, "Hello, Barbara. Who do I write the check to and how much?"
I've always found that when Barbara gives you a suggestion or an idea or asks you outright to do something, the right answer is generally always yes, yes ma'am, or right away.
She's so well known, and she's doing it for the right reasons, that when she's asking you to do something, it's probably in your best interest and the community's best interest to do it. And so it's very easy to say yes. I didn't know you could say no.
You know, I've never tried to say no to Barbara, so I can't tell you that it's hard to say no to Barbara, but why would it be hard to say no to Barbara? It's hard to say no to someone who never says no. You know, I know that if Barbara is asking me to do it, it needs to be done. And so I don't know of an instance when I've ever wanted to say no to her.
There's so many incredible nonprofits, and all of the good ones, Barbara has a hand in it. Her influence is everywhere. During her role at USAA and then in her retirement, I think she's just gotten busier.
You know, when Barbara retired, I went to her retirement at USAA, and I actually got on my hands and knees and I said, "Barbara, now that you're retired, does that mean you're not going to be coming to me and asking for money?" And she smiled at me and she said, "Bill, I'm going to have more time. I'm going to be involved in more nonprofits, and I'm going to be asking for a lot more money." And she has. I don't think there's a good cause that she has not been involved in. And the one thing about Barbara, when she's involved, she's all in. She gives it 110%. And you can always count on Barbara to get it done and get it done right.
After she retired, she became really personally involved in making sure that whatever was going on with the Wounded Warriors, if there was a need that was expressed, if a Wounded Warrior's family was coming to town and they really needed some special time together, Barbara made sure that that family had a room in a hotel downtown, that they were cared for, that they had dinner. I'm actually feeling kind of emotional about it, because that was an impact on people, and nobody knew that. Nobody knew that it came from Barbara Gentry. It came from her heart.
Both the Scout Oath and the Scout Law talk about helping people at all times. And to me, that defines who Barbara is. She's always helping other people at all times.
Well, she has a wonderful sense of humor, but she is as loyal a friend as you will ever find.
Of the 12 points of the Scout Law that describes Barbara Gentry most is her friendliness, her ability to be real, to let us know what she's thinking, let us know where she's headed, and also showing of her heart of what she's willing to do. She's been in many communities, and she's always remained the same. One thing I want to say about Barbara is this. I will repeat an old gospel hymn that says basically, if I was to help somebody, one somebody, my life will not be in vain. And that is the epitome of Barbara Gentry.
I think my favorite quality about Barbara is that she is a servant leader. Everything that she does is about service to the community. And she does that through leadership, but she also does that through followership. I don't think that I have ever heard of a time when Barbara was asked to do something that she didn't do or didn't attempt to do it.
In some ways, Barbara has always been a scoutmaster. She's such an incredible example, and that is what I think scouting's all about. It's about adults mentoring youth. It's about helping youth in their way. It's about building a strong foundation. And Barbara's always done that. She's just always invested in people and saw that her reward would come from seeing them excel, them achieve, them get ahead.
We did a fundraiser for the Goodwill Industries, and it was really something where I think as leaders, a lot of times we get so caught up in being the leader of an organization that sometimes you forget your obligation to be a leader in the community. And for me, she was always kind of that guiding force for me in terms of, hey, David, this would be a really great opportunity for you. I think this is a cause you should get involved with. Hey, David, have you thought about doing this? And so I'm very appreciative of her in terms of developing me, not only as a leader, but also making me a better community leader as well and getting me involved. I would tell you, Barbara, year in, year out, day out, whatever the cause is, Barbara Gentry's always there.
You know, I just think it's timely that Boy Scouts is honoring Barbara Gentry. Barbara Gentry is definitely a role model for young women and girls who want to complete their education and want to give back to the community.
You know, she is that giving, caring, loving, nurturing, servant, do it all for your community kind of person that we all should aspire to be.
She is a force for good, and a lovely force for good.
Congratulations, Barbara, for a most well-deserved award. And thank you for all the years of friendship that we have shared.
Barbara, I am so excited to be here today to say congratulations on this outstanding award. Like I said earlier, you are what we all aspire to be, and I am so proud that I know you, that I've worked with you, and that I can call you friend.
Well, Barbara, this is just another message to say how great you are. I'm sure that you're probably getting tired of it by now, and it's probably just one more accolade on top of hundreds of others that you get. But we are so blessed and so grateful for all that you've done here in San Antonio and in our community to make it a better place. In particular, you know, I just sit back and reflect on all the things that you've been involved in and just the thousands and thousands and thousands of lives that you've impacted and made better. And just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of a very, very grateful community. We are so blessed to have you here in San Antonio, and thank you for all that you've done for the community, for our different businesses here in town, and for me personally.
As a state rep, a nonprofit executive director, I am so proud to see Barbara Gentry being honored by the Boy Scouts. One of the things I believe is so important in our community is that we have more people like Barbara Gentry working in this space to make sure the quality of life for those that are not as fortunate to be improved. So Barbara, congratulations. Well deserved.
So Barbara, you know how much I'm proud of you, and this opportunity to share with others accolades of appreciation is well deserved.
Congratulations, Barbara, on receiving the Good Scout Award. You have done so much for our community in making it a better place to live and to work. You and Michael have both set a gold standard in your generosity in giving back in time and your money. You've both been a real role model for our community to follow. I think this award is special because all that you have done for scouting. You know, you have led the Good Scout Award for the past 27 years, selecting the honorees and raising hundreds and thousands of dollars for our scouting program. No one is more deserving this award than you are.
Barbara, I want to congratulate you on being recognized with the Good Scouting Award, and to think that you're the 39th individual that is being recognized in our community means that you will be 39 forever. God bless you.
Well, Barbara, congratulations on receiving the Good Scout Award. Well earned and well deserved. I'm honored to be able to call you my friend. God bless you, and have a wonderful time on November the 11th.
Barbara, I just have one simple point, and that is to say thank you. You have helped this community and many others in so many meaningful ways. But especially as a former soldier, I want to say thanks for taking such great care of those soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and their families. Many of them at their most vulnerable point. Thank you very much for helping take care of them and fulfill the gratitude of a truly grateful nation.